Cool. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 5 of Shadows of the Iron Gods. I am your host and GM, Ashley Nova, and I am, of course, joined by all of the beautiful faces, kind of high definitions once again. Big thank you to Alexi for taking over the production side of things on the stream. He has much better internet. So we are very lucky to be back and streaming in good resolutions and good frame rates. So how's everyone doing? Has everyone had a good 2 weeks?
Yeah. And I apologize in advance for screwing something up because I'm an utter noob at OBS.
It's fine. We'll work it out.
It's okay.
So man, I'm just seeing me on the stream now. You guys are all fine. My frame rate is terrible. I don't know why that is.
You still sharing internet with Jimmy?
Yeah, probably.
On my end, everything's looking fine.
Maybe it's just me. I'm going to close this anyway.
There's a little shaky bit at the beginning, but you're fine now, I think. So
anyway, cool. Let's stop talking about that. So last time we had a short episode last time because 2 people died.
Yay!
Two on
you don't
the wall.
listen.
2 people died. 1 person got stuck in a hospital room with a murderer.
So-
the other did the clever thing and ran away.
So Arubi and Deshane were viciously killed by a medical droid and some kind of
Of course.
sort
Orderly.
of utility robot last session. You had discovered Conir Bane, the councilman and local wizard of Torch, imprisoned in some kind of fluid chamber. Gavin has been captured and knocked unconscious by the robots. However, there's no medical robot in the room anymore, and the sort of utility robot doesn't really have programming to handle the situation. And our brave halfling, brave Sir Halfling, has run away.
Heroically, I would like that.
Heroically running away from the dungeon right now. So can we start, please, with Alexi?
Okay.
Could you roll a d4?
A D4. Okay.
A d4.
I shall roll a 4. There we go. I rolled a 2.
Okay, so you're going to wake up in about 2 hours.
Okay.
Okay.
Depending on how quickly Lardo gets stuff done. In the town, you might wake up before he comes back, or around about the same time, or afterwards.
Yeah.
I
mean, essentially, I have 10 non-lethal damage and HP 5, so I guess I need 2.5 hours to 5. But
well, no, I'm just saying we're just calling it a flat number.
Okay, fair enough.
When you wake up, you'll be when you wake up, you'll still have all that non-lethal damage and everything, but you'll be stable and you'll be conscious and staggered.
Okay.
So you won't be able to do anything strenuous because you'll fall unconscious again.
Okay.
But you'll be conscious.
Fair enough.
So Lardo then. So are you just like making a beeline out of Black Hill Caves as fast as you can?
Yeah, out of the underground as fast as possible and to where there's the people.
Yeah. Okay. So could you give me Let's just call it a dexterity check.
Dexterity. Okay.
Yeah.
Change the page. Cool. Dexterity.
Okay, so you don't make brilliant like speed progress. Maybe you get stuck in the desert habitat. Maybe it's that room has gotten very, very hot. It's probably like 40, 45 degrees or something like that. So maybe you're not really expecting that, and you sort of have to go a bit slower through that area. And you sort of make it to the caves, and then run your way through and swim out through the underwater entrance. And when you get to when you surface and climb out of the water, there's someone standing by the lakeside. And I don't think it's someone you've met, but it's someone Gavin has met.
Okay.
Let me find his handout for you. There we go. Show players. So you see the sort of kind of welcoming face of local trader Sanville Tret, who is sort of standing around. He's sort of inspecting the area. When you find him, he's got he's got like a small bag of like vials and stuff, and he's taking samples of the lake water. And he sort of jumps a bit when you surface. What do you do?
So I haven't met him. I thought I did met him.
I think I mentioned meeting him.
Yes.
Casino
Yeah.
thing.
You probably know of him as well. He does have a reputation.
Aren't you a merchant?
Merchant of sorts, yes.
Brilliant. Follow me. I'd like to go to wherever is the highest population density and.
That is probably the market square.
Okay. I'd like to get on a box and start shouting.
Okay, so as you're running to the market, Sanville Tret is now running behind you, and he's like, "Wait, what's going on? Where are you running to?"
I need people for this to work.
Okay. You reach the market. You find a box to stand on. You're still shorter than most people.
Okay. Everyone.
I mean,
everyone.
You're gonna find like a 3-foot tall box.
I'll just have to make up with it panache.
Yes.
Everyone, your attention, please. Conir Bane has been found, but he's within the clutches of a most terrible foe. Even now, your friend Arubi is below, holding it off and bringing destruction to this town. While the others of my party have already fallen. She holds the line, but is powerless to harm the beast. You must know of her great strength and therefore the dire implications this has. But fear not. In observing the creature, Bree has granted me insight, and it may yet be felled. This is a town of smiths, and the fire of creations burn within each of you. And that fire we need now. From your purpose comes your salvation, as adamantine will pierce to the heart of the enemy. Glory will be boundless for whoever forged the weapon that saves this town. My people have a legend that in the time of greatest need, when all heaven will lost, giant eagles will descend from the heaven and defeat the evil which assaults you. It is. We all have the power of the eagles. The time is now to descend and return the heroes of this town to their homes. For Ruby, for Conir, for Torch. Who's with me?
Yes.
Well done. Well done.
That's really cool.
Quite doubly amusing because I was literally listening to the Hobbit audiobook today and I was listening to the bit where the eagles saved them from the goblins. Okay, can you give
Yes.
me a diplomacy check?
It's got a pass with
That
that,
speech
come on.
gives it a bonus, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so what do you actually this is me trying to be a better GM. What do you want out of this check? What are you trying to get?
I would like at least 2 playable characters to join, and preferably some kind of adamantium weapon for the group, even if it's just a loan for us to defeat this thing. And if
Okay.
that's not possible, like a discount on some bolts.
Okay, yeah, I think you can definitely get a smith, probably the smith you've worked with before. He's inspired by your speech. He brings out all of the masterwork equipment you ordered previously. That's unfinished. I don't remember exactly what it is everyone asked for, but you have all of that. And then he says, well, I can loan you some kind of adamantine weapon if you need it so sorely. Connor's a good friend of mine.
That'd be most helpful, and I shall return it, and all glory for the slaying goes to you.
So
Alright.
what is there you got quite a good roll. Is there a specific type of weapon you want?
I didn't actually plan for this eventuality because I'm not actually very good with weapons. So
Yeah, there's not. Yeah, part of the problem being that no one with the 2 new characters, no one in the party really uses weapons that would really benefit from being adamantium.
Hang
Given
on,
we have,
can either of the new characters actually hit this thing?
well, Jimmy's new character's a monk, so yes, you should be able to.
Yeah, I believe so.
I mean,
Yeah.
so Jimmy, what weapon proficiencies do you have?
So my weapon proficiencies, I'm just looking at them around here. So basically monk special weapons, then clubs, crossbows, daggers, hand axes, javelin, kama, nunchaku, quarterstaff, sai short sword, short spear, shuriken, siangham, sling, and spear.
Okay, he can give you like a like a spear with an adamantium.
I
like
will
head.
graciously accept. I'll say just to my liking.
Well, you're not there yet.
Actually,
So,
Well, when I do, I've got a quote.
Yeah. So yeah. He brings out So what masterwork stuff did you guys actually ask for?
I asked for a chain shirt.
I
Okay,
think
so
I
you
was
breastplate.
I was
Okay.
changing it as well.
Yeah,
Okay,
Ruby
so
asked for a
there's
Masterwork Warhammer.
Okay, so yeah, there's a masterwork Warhammer because some of this will be able to sell later. Masterwork chain shirt, and then a small masterwork chain shirt.
Oh yeah.
And then a masterwork breastplate.
Yes.
And then he's loaning you, putting in capital letters loan.
Yep.
Adamantine spear. And it's
Can I also get-
it's a beautiful weapon. It's like the haft is made of some kind of rare wood from like an elven forest, and it's got like intricate carvings all the way down it. And then the head is almost looks like it's made of do you know when you see like obsidian arrowheads where they're all like chipped? It looks like that, and it's all like carved into this kind of very natural looking shape.
Could I also
Very
get
nice.
some adamantium bolts, or would I have to pay for them?
You would have to pay for them.
Okay. Can I
He will
get?
he'll increase your discount to 50% though, so you can have
Okay.
those for half off.
So
So they'd
that's
be
30.
30 each.
Okay. And I think 5 will probably do.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
I would also like to equip the chain shirt, which fits me.
Yeah. So the masterwork chain shirt doesn't do much for you immediately. It just decreases the armor check penalty. But it just means you can make it magic later on.
Yeah. It's also I'm currently wearing leather armor, so it's better than that.
Oh yeah. So that is better for you. Okay. So I guess at this point, so Jimmy and Peter, are your new characters in the market right now?
Mine certainly is, yes. And so he would have heard the speech, and he goes straight up to Lardo and just goes, "Halfling, great speech. Nice to meet you. I'm Radit."
Handshake, I assume.
Yeah, absolutely. Very firm handshake. Yes, no, I'm a very good friend of Connie Bane, and I will do everything I can to help him out for you, sir.
Excellent. Good work, sir. We'll need everyone we can get.
Oh, I'm sure we can tackle this ourselves. Don't you worry. But if one other person comes along, that is also acceptable.
So Jimmy, do you want to describe your character for us?
Absolutely. So, Radit is, as you said, a monk, an unchained monk indeed. He is an Oread, so that means he is part genie kin. And his backstory is basically he's a resident of Torch. In his younger days, he was a bit of a wild animal, you could say, with all the alcohol and stuff. So he decided, you know what, I'm going to change my ways. I'm going to become a monk. And so he basically commuted out of Torch to a temple of Irori, basically learned martial arts there, and is now back, basically, and currently looking for an adventure.
Having spent time at this monastery, what does Irori and the Church of Irori mean to Radit?
Right, so, well, Irori is basically the deity of, well, self-perfection, according to the website, and history and knowledge. And I think the thing is, Radit just wanted to improve himself, be the best he could be, and as a result, he's become a bit of an arrogant so-and-so, but that's all part of the package.
Okay, so is that something? So my impression of Irori is that generally followers of that religion would be quite quite conscious of their flaws, and that they'd be constantly trying to improve themselves. Is that some way that Radit is different from the rest of the clergy?
Well, I'd imagine the clergy are pretty similar in that sense. I wouldn't know, but yeah.
Well,
I mean,
that's just. I mean, you say self-perfection. To me, that means that the people are constantly trying to improve themselves because you can never reach perfection.
Sure. Yeah, I guess Radit sees it as a challenge and kind of. I don't know, he's a bit touchy about it sometimes, but yeah, he tries to improve himself. I'm gonna write this down. Okay. Yeah.
But he's still like kind of self-absorbed and I'm better than everyone else kind of
very
thing.
much so. He had a very closed, well, he has a very closed life. So yeah, he just kind of builds on that and kind of gives himself an impression of self-grandeur, I guess.
Okay, cool. So Pete, are you also?
Yes, but I guess I'm probably slightly more reluctant to them. How did you pronounce your name again?
Radit.
Radit, yes. And I guess there's probably some nudging by the great big spiritual lion behind me to push me.
So do you actually walk around with your spirit beast?
I imagine I do most of the time, yes.
Okay. So do you want to explain that to us first?
Yes, okay. So I am a summoner, so I have a spiritual beast in the shape of a lion who does a lot of my fighting for me. And he's he's in the shape of a lion, and he's also some sort of vague father figure as well.
What's your Eidolon's name?
God, I didn't even think of a name. What
Fluffy.
name do they have?
I'm not sure. Let's see if Google comes up. Gathian names.
Dozens of lion names for your dog or pet.
Simba.
What's the name of Lord Asriel's human? He's a
Oh, that's a good one, actually.
exactly.
That's a female.
Yeah. Oh,
That
yeah.
was yours. Can you just put an O on the end, make it masculine?
I think it's like Stelmaria or something.
Yeah.
Mario.
Fine. Yes. Let's go with that.
Yes, for the golden monkey.
Let's go with Stelmarus.
Ooh, I like it.
How do you spell that?
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
oh, my cat's haven't they?
Delmaris.
I'll call it Kitty.
Fluffy
Okay.
kittens.
And so Stelmaris then is your Eidolon. It's like this bonded creature from another plane. In this case, it's an Agathian from the plane of Nirvana.
Yes.
So Agathians generally are creatures of enlightenment, and self-perfection is one of again another one of those themes they're very fond of. So what is Cassie's relationship like with Stelmaris? You say he's sort of like a father figure. Is he sort of like a mentor as well?
Yeah, she lost her family when she was quite young, so she went a couple of years with just the Eidolon for company, and it really helped her survive in the wilderness before she found Torch. So
Okay. And how long ago was it you ended up in Torch?
I think I've probably been in Torch for about it's been a while now. It's been about 4 or 5 years.
Okay. So maybe you did know Conor Bain.
Yeah, I probably knew him.
Maybe he helped you with sort of some spell casting. He's quite a good wizard.
Okay, yes.
But maybe
he probably would he have helped me get my wands? My wands then? Wands? No, it's a wand.
quite possibly, yeah. And I think maybe he might have taught you a lot about summoning and how the like planar mechanics work.
Yeah.
That you might not have been able to learn from your family that you would have learned from.
Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. And so what do you look like?
So I'm quite short, quite skinny. I've got very pale skin and quite dark black hair, which is in sort of 2 pleat things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you're a
Actually.
a fetchling. So how is it that I mean you've told me privately that you were a member of clan of summoners,
Yes.
were they all fetchlings, or was it?
I think for the most part, yes. It probably
Yeah.
was a family thing.
Okay, so and were they part of a larger non-fetchling clan in Numeria as a whole?
I think the clan itself was probably mostly fetchlings. I think
Okay.
we had links with other clans, but we kept mostly to ourselves.
And do you have any idea why it was you guys decided to migrate to Numeria instead of remaining on the Plane of Shadow?
No, I imagine that's something I probably wasn't old enough to be told.
Okay. Because it is very strange. Okay, that's great. So yeah, so Cassie, you just heard this very inspiring speech.
Yeah. So I
this-
guess I'm moderately tempted by it, but the Eidolon is very keen that yes,
Mm.
we should go. We should
Yeah.
go.
Okay. So yeah, he like pushes behind you. So what languages do you and the Eidolon share?
Languages.
He would definitely speak Celestial
okay.
and Common.
I imagine I would probably speak the common language of his planes. That would be Celestial, would it?
Yes, that would be Celestial.
There
You
is
should, you
language.
should work out what your bonus languages are, if you have any bonus languages. Do you have an intelligence bonus?
Me?
Yeah.
I think I have. No, I think I don't.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
So you might need to put a rank in linguistics at some point,
okay.
so that you know Celestial. But you can know Celestial for now, and then when you level up, just put a rank in
Okay.
linguistics. So yeah, he says you in
Yeah, a -1 to intelligence.
yeah. So yeah, you'll just know whatever the basic languages for fetchlings are.
Okay.
So yeah, so the lion, it's not a huge creature.
No.
It's about the size of like maybe a large dog.
Okay.
Because it is medium sized. A full sized like male pride lion is going to be a large creature.
Bit smaller. Than
So Stelmaris is sort of like an adolescent lion at the moment. He's got like his mane is just coming in, and he nudges you forward with
he
his
was
head.
a lot bigger when he was with my great grandfather.
Yeah, and so that's just like the power of the Eidolon is very much tied to the power of the summoner. And so he pushes you forward, and he says in in that sort of very angelic, very melodic language of Celestial. It's almost as if you can hear like bells chiming whenever you speak it. Now is the time, child. Go.
Okay. I'm not going to argue, but I'm sort of say okay in this sort of tone of I guess. Finally, I'll have to do this. He's been pressuring me to do something like this for months now. So.
Yeah. I think he sort of picks up on that attitude, and is like, confidence, child, confidence.
Okay, and then I sort of raise my hand and go, I'll go as well. I'm filled full of confidence, you can tell.
Lardo, you see this fetchling girl has stepped forward.
So how old? Or quite young, isn't she?
I think 18 was what I was thinking, because that's
or whatever the equivalent of 18 is for fetchlings.
Oh, right, I'll be fine with that.
20 according to the page, so we'll go with 20.
Yeah. Okay.
Another little one to show you the big ones, how it's done. Excellent, come join.
I'm still bigger than you.
Yeah, but it's...
How tall is Cassie, just out of interest?
Small for a human, but definitely bigger than a dwarf or a halfling.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Orient's quite small as well, so I don't know who's actually taller. I'm 4'6", if that helps.
I don't have a.
Oh.
Let's see what they
Ah, great. I've shown my hand.
So how
Um,
common are what are they called? Iodons?
Eidolons.
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 Hmm.
Yeah, would I know that's what that is?
So you might not know the specifics of how summoners and their bonded creatures work, but could you give me a knowledge planes check?
I can certainly try.
Assuming you have planes.
I can do unchecked knowledge.
You can do them. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
And
Okay. So an 11. You know of Agathians, and you can tell by looking at this creature, it's not a normal like material plane lion. The biggest thing that gives it away is there's this glowing symbol on some part of its face. Pete, it's up to you where that is on the lion's face or on your face.
Between
Yeah.
guys.
Okay. Yes. And is it the same same on Cassie?
Yeah, it's the same symbol, same place.
Yeah. So for both of them, they both have this kind of tribal glowing tattoo on their foreheads, and just generally, it's got a sort of almost angelic aura about it. But you don't know much about sort of the mechanics of how that works. You know that summoning creatures from other planes is generally difficult, and that keeping something here for as long as you've seen that line around is an exceptional task. So there's probably something more happening beyond your understanding.
okay, so don't pet it on the head. Got it.
He would not be happy when you did it.
Yeah. Probably go for it and then think better of it.
Okay.
I imagine that I've probably been here long enough that a lot of the people in town would be fairly used to him at this point.
Yeah.
But I'm new to town.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. So last but not least, Sanville Tret steps forward, and he says, "Small man, you've inspired me. I've been wanting to go into the caves for a while now. I was going to ask you if I could accompany you. Now seems like no better time."
Indeed, it does. We'll be glad to have you come with us. Although, can I secretly do sense motive?
Absolutely.
Oh, I don't have anything in sense motive. This will go well.
Can I sense his motive? I'm a little skeptical of him. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay, I will do that. Nah.
Don't know why I double rolled. But okay.
I don't know. You could definitely tell by the way he's, as you're talking to him, he's not being 100% genuine with you. But you can't tell. You don't know why. You can't tell if he's lying to you or if he's keeping something from you. There's just something off about him.
Right. Okay. I also take Arno to one side and say, "Hey, what does he want in return? Do you think?"
He's a merchant. He'll take whatever he finds interesting down there. Even knowledge itself is valuable, so...
Sure, just as long as he doesn't expect any extra monetary reward from us. That's all I ask.
I agree. But we need all hands to...
You guys like talking quietly?
Yeah. No, it's just a kind of walking thing. We're kind of whispering.
Okay, let me give him a perception check. He might hear what you're saying. Oh, his perception's not good. That's 3. No. Okay, he doesn't hear what you're saying.
Yay!
Yay.
Hooray for duplicity. All right, cool.
All right. I don't think we need to do shopping. You just created your characters. I got bolts. Still got healing, so I think we're good.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Okay. So how are you gonna get through the water?
Find that guy.
Ah, yes.
Oh yes.
Hmm.
He's already used a spell for the day, hasn't he?
He has.
Oh,
So you go to the Temple of Bry. You find it's probably like midday. So I think maybe Drumkite is giving a service at the moment. And he's talking to a crowd of people. He's describing about how invention breeds. I've actually got a great quote from. I need to find this. Where is all my things? Documents. Iron Gods. Book 2. Where is the bit on Bry? Because there is a whole section.
yeah. I read the
There's a great
Wikipedia
quote.
page on her to try and get some motivation for my own speech.
Nice.
On the logic of design.
Yes, yeah. So he's reading from the Logic of Design. You walk in and he's just giving the ending of a service, and he says, "Need spawns invention, but imagination gives rise to need." And then he speaks on a bit about how not to stifle your own imaginations and to always push yourself to find solutions and to find questions to the nature of not only your existence but in your work and in your life, and to continue to improve ourselves and make new things that can make all of our lives better. And so people start to leave. So what do you do?
Well, if he's not, even if he is being talked to, at least I go up and try and get his attention because it's somewhat urgent.
Okay, yeah. He sort of, as you approach him, he's standing. He's talking to a priestess. They're discussing like plans for designing a new type of water wheel that would be like 5% more efficient.
Can I do a knowledge engineering to improve their design?
You can roll a knowledge engineering.
This should be interesting.
Let's solve their problem and get onto our own.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I guess you probably can make a suggestion that they both find interesting.
Now that that's done with, good sir,
Yeah.
we are in need of your assistance once again. We are to descend to the depths once more.
Again, Mr. Halfling, your spell should not have run out by now.
Indeed, it has not, but our party has, I guess, grown.
Yeah, technically it has.
Yeah.
Is there a problem?
Well, while some have remained below, I have returned to fetch more to aid our quest.
Well, I hate to disappoint. I only prepare one of such spells every day. I did not plan for more groups to be heading into the caves.
I see. Well, necessity is the mother of invention.
Very nice.
Do you know of anything else we can do, or at least someone else who can assist us?
Um.
Could
Uh,
you
give me a diplomacy check.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
So diplomatic
Um,
here.
So he says, "Give me one moment," and he goes off to his workshop in the back of the back of the church, and you hear sort of some rummaging around. About a minute or so later, he comes out and he's holding a scroll, and he says, "Now I can't give you this for free. It's these cost money to make, and the church itself is struggling in these tough times. But for a discount, we can definitely work something out."
Very good, very good. What region are we talking about here?
Probably half off. That probably makes sense. A scroll of water breathing. Magic items. How much does a scroll cost?
20
It's-
gold.
No, it's a level
That
3
would be
spell.
nice.
So it would cost 375 gold. He's willing to give it to you and cast it for you for 150 donated to the church.
Okay, so there are 4 of us.
Yeah.
You want to split it between people who are actually going to be using it, so it's easier to split.
Well, I can only contribute 27 gold to this, so
Yes, I have very little gold as well.
Master Merchant, we seem to be short of funds. Perhaps you could enjoy aid.
I didn't think there'd be any out-of-pocket expenses. I assume I'd be reimbursed.
Quite, of course.
Very well. If I can file an expenses report with you once we are finished today, then of course I will handle this. And he takes out 15 platinum pieces and gives them to Draw and Kite.
Thank you.
And then Drom sort of unravels the scroll, begins reading the magic from it, and casts a water breathing on the 4 of you.
Once more into the breach.
let's do it.
So I think at this point, we see the four jumping back into the water, and then we sort of do a cross wipe to the medical room where we see we fade up on that sort of bubbling tube of liquid with Corne Bane floating suspended inside, and then the camera sort of pans around. We see this flying robotic creature, slightly damaged, sort of leaning to one side on its little gyro, like rotor blades. And then we see lying on a bloodstained bed, Gavin, and I think your eyes open.
Well, it's if he has any control over his eyes, he'll probably pretend to be unconscious.
Well, okay. We see some form of movement that informs the audience that you are conscious.
Yeah.
So what would you like to do?
Listen.
Listen? What are you trying to listen for?
sounds of movement. What's going on? I'm trying to not give signs that I'm actually awake.
Okay, so all you can hear is the sort of rather loud, like buzzing sound of those robotic, like rotor blades.
Okay. As stealthily as I can, I'm sort of just barely open my eyes
Yeah, you
to get
can,
an
you can do
idea,
that.
and
Mhm.
just sort of
You see
ever so
the room is.
Yeah.
You go ahead.
Yeah, so I'll ever so subtly try to look around myself, like
Yeah,
trying to be as still as possible.
Mm-hmm. So looking around, you don't see any of your. Actually, you see two of your friends. They are dead on the ground in pools of blood. I think Arubi has had her like chest like crushed.
Okay.
And Deshane's like neck is like snapped. You don't see Lardo anywhere.
Okay.
The robot in the room is just like patrolling back and forth. And Connie Bain is still inside the liquid tube.
Okay. My look probably lingers for a while, at least on Arubi, because I think technically Arubi was Gavin's friend to some definition of friendship.
Oh, how does Gavin feel in his emotional state?
Gavin
Is he completely emotionless?
Gavin knows what emotions are, but he doesn't feel them.
If he could feel emotions, he would feel sad.
Yeah, if he could feel emotions, he would feel sad, and he would probably start panicking.
Yes. He understands that he should be sad, but right now is not.
Yeah, and so instead of feeling sad or panicked, Gavin considers it tactically advantageous that he does not feel it right now.
Yeah.
Because that would hinder his chances of survival.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So,
so what would you like to do?
Has the patrolling robot shown any signs of reacting to mine?
No, it appears so you can see the white like medical robot is I think Arubi killed it. Is that right?
No, I did. I shot it.
I think Lardo did. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it's got like between the eye sockets of its like optics, there's like a crossbow bolt, and like all of its armor is like crunched and damaged, and it's just lying broken on the floor, and the utility robot is just flying back and forth. It doesn't even look like it's noticed you.
Okay. Well, I'm in no hurry anywhere. So the question is, could I rest here and recover my spells?
To recover your spells, you need a full 8 hours of rest.
Yeah, I have 8 hours.
Or do you?
Start resting.
Okay. Yeah, so Gavin just sort of observes passively for a moment to make sure that there's no immediate threat, and then he just
goes to sleep.
Yeah, he starts meditating.
It's a tactical option to take.
It's a tactical nap. It's the tactically prudent thing to do right now, because he's in no condition to fight the robot or sneak away.
Okay. So I guess then what happens is the three of you and Samble Tret enter the cave system. You make your way through Black Hill Caves, unaccosted. You haven't seen much of the skulks recently. They've been quite quiet.
They're not annoyed that they're bringing a whole bunch of other people when we said we wouldn't.
No, I don't think. I think they're keeping to themselves for now, at least.
Good.
And you, once you come to the big door that leads into their habitat level, Samville Trek gets incredibly excited. Like he rushes up to it. He's like, "Oh my god, this is positively fascinating. Look at this keypad. Fabulous. It must take some kind of access card. I assume you have one."
Indeed we do. Behold the wonders.
Yes, you take out the access card. Oh, may I, please?
Don't trust him with it.
We've got 5 of the brown and 1 of the black, so I might just 1 brown.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he
I've
takes
done
the
one
card
more as well.
and he goes up to you. Ah, I see. So the cards are color coded. I see that the access panel on here is also the same color as the card. And he presses it against the thing. The door opens. And he's like, oh, truly amazing.
Well done. Well done.
Truly amazing. And he's like that through like all of the habitat level. He's like, my god, this entire cave is sealed in some kind of metal chamber. This is positively fascinating. The creatures who constructed this must be technologically advanced beyond anything we could imagine. I mean, he starts like taking notes down.
I think I'm enjoying this. This is what I expected of a party to be like.
The funny thing is, I think Radit also kind of feels some sort of fascination as well, because he's kind of a novice explorer and he's a stargazer as well, in fact. So he's very interested in kind of alien life, and it's just kind of, wow, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So proudly strolling, knowing that he can knock anything out.
I think I'm probably feeling a tad claustrophobic. I've not spent much time deep underground in caves, and we can't all be super excited about it.
So I need to find a lion. Yeah, we'll go with that image.
Oh, yeah.
It might be from some game. Never mind. It's fine for now. No, not Cassie. That is Stelmaris, and it needs an HP bar. This is the kind of stuff I should have set up ages ago. Okay.
Who are these
It's not
NPCs?
too long till the hour if you wanted to take a break while you did this.
Yeah, it might be a good time to take a break.
Oh,
Cool. And we will be back in 5-ish minutes.
awesome.
Cool.
Yay.
See you then, guys.
So yeah.